A very good morning to you. This is the Star Breakfast News on your Simply the Best dial 103.5 FM. I am Nurein Abass. Coming up this morning, Member of Parliament, Health Committee and MP for Dafiama, Busie Easter attributes incessant troubles facing Kolebu Teaching Hospital to pressure on the facility. Also coming up, Coalition of Domestic Election Observers describe claims of discrepancies in the Provisional Voters Register released by the EC as disturbing. And later in this edition, EIB's Voters Connect train takes a stop at the Ododo-Diodo constituency here in the Greater Accra region. We'll bring you a report. Details of these stories are coming up shortly, but first, let's remind you of our affiliate stations across the country.
Star News is coming to you live on Ultimate 106.9 FM in Kumasi, Empire 102.7 FM in Takrady, Zeps 95.9 FM in Zebila, Nissim 100.1 FM in Lamshao, MyStar Radio in the USA. Also live on Facebook on Star 103.5 FM and on starfm.com.gh around the world. This is Star 103.5 FM. Star News. Informed, in depth, in touch.
Many thanks to you for choosing Star News. I am Nurein Abass. Now, a member of Parliament's Health Committee and MP for Dafiama, Busie Issa, Dr. Sebastian Sandari, has attributed the incessant troubles facing the Kolebu Teaching Hospital to pressure on the facility. This comes after the hospital served notice it would only cater for emergency surgeries as a result of the breakdown of the elevator in the surgical unit. Scores of patients were turned away as a result. But the member of the Health Committee, who doubles as the medical doctor, says although management ought to be up and running, the lack of health facilities of Kolebu standard puts it under enormous pressure.
What is wrong has to do with the way Kolebu is structured. You see, Kolebu being that tertiary health facility where a lot of cases are referred to Kolebu for intervention. People come far away from Upper West, Northern region, through Kumasi, all the way from Central region, Ho and whatever. They all come to Kolebu for intervention. So one, there's pressure on Kolebu. If every case must come to Kolebu, even cases that probably could have been intervened at other health facilities would have to come to Kolebu. Definitely, there will be that pressure on the facility and they will not be able to deliver as to expectation. That is not to say that Kolebu doesn't have its issues. It's for the management there to really, come out, go through quality management interventions and let the public know, let the government know that these are the issues. But for us to free Kolebu to also be able to provide the needed quality care, then the peripheral health facilities must be working.
You heard a member of Parliament Health Committee and MP for Dafiama, Busie Issa, Dr. Sebastian Sandari. Away from that, the Coalition of Domestic Election Observers has described claims of discrepancies in the Provisional Voters Register released by the Electoral Commission as worrying. The largest opposition, NDC, has raised concerns over the integrity of the electoral roll amid claims the Electoral Commission is illegally adding ghost names to the register. Speaking to Star News on the back of this, National Coordinator at Kodeyo, Albert Kofi Ahin, called on the EC to quickly address the concerns.
It's disturbing, but it's too early to jump to any conclusions yet because, to be honest with you, my observers who went to the field never sent any report about a discrepancy in a police station or something. Yes, we sent few numbers. We didn't send any. I wouldn't say a big number to the field.
Alex, sorry to cut you, but if I understand, you say that your observers who were at the various polling stations didn't give a report of discrepancies in the polls. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, especially about the exhibition. We send them there to look at the exhibition, observe it, and bring reports. What I'm saying is that, yes, we send them there, but we are not many. We send about, I think, 50 observers. If you are to compare that to the so many police stations that were open up, it is really negligible. So we cannot say that we had any knowledge about any discrepancy in the register. I cannot say that.
You heard the national coordinator at Kodeyo, Albert Kofi Ahin. Meanwhile, the NDC in the Ejumako Inyan Esiam constituency in the central region has threatened a series of protests and street actions if the EC fails to reverse some 3,000 illegal voters added to the voter roll there. Communications officer for the Ejumako NDC, Galahad Alex Ando, spoke to Star News.
We will approach the National Electoral Commissioner, Jimensa, through our honorable Atufos. We have sent a petition to the district director of the Electoral Commission here, through to Jimensa herself. But that is not all. We are demanding immediate deletion. If that does not come, we will engage.
Galahad, hold on. You say you are demanding what again?
We are demanding, the deletion of about 3,017 voters from the voter roll because they do not belong here. We never saw them when the transfer window was actually opened for people to transfer their votes into other constituencies. What we have here on record, confirmed by the director of the Electoral Commission at Ejumako, is 1,271 and not the 4,287 on the register they gave us, or the 2,870 that they actually exhibited in the constituency. That is what we are saying.
And if the Electoral Commission fails to delete these names from the register, what will you do?
Apart from ourselves besieging the Electoral Commission with the lawful demonstration, we are calling on all Ghanaians, all the constituencies in the country, to be up and doing and scrutinize the register they have been given. Because this is across board, to the best of my knowledge. And so if they do that, then we are going to demonstrate against every district Electoral Commission. You will send about 20,000 there to the commission, a lawful demonstration, and whatever happens, you will see and hear.
You heard communications officer for the Ejumako NDC, Galahad Alex Ando. Now let's take you to Voters Connect, the Ododo constituency to be precise, because ahead of our engagement with constituents and aspiring parliamentary candidates, my colleague Obed Kingaglo was in the constituency and comes through with this report in the Ododo constituency.
The Ododo constituency has been a political battleground known for its electoral high stakes in the Fourth Republic. The area, which encompasses historic neighborhoods such as Jamestown, Bukum, and parts of the central business districts such as Makola, Kantamanto, and Agbogloshi, has long been a stronghold of the National Democratic Congress, reflecting the political leanings of its predominantly Ga-Dangme population, who are known for fishing and trading. Some of the notable figures in the constituency's political history is Ni Okainja Damafio, a former NDC stalwart who served as Member of Parliament and later held various ministerial positions in the 1990s. In the 2000s, Jonathan Ni Takekome won the seat for the NDC in 2004 and 2008 respectively. Elections in the constituency are hard-fought, reflecting the intense political rivalry often marked by tension, passionate campaigning, and high voter turnouts. Since 2012, Edwin Nilante Vanderpoy, a former sports journalist turned politician, has represented the NDC in the parliamentary elections in the Ododo constituency. At the peak of the 2020 elections, President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo mistakenly endorsed Nilante Vanderpoy instead of MPP's parliamentary candidate, Nilante Banaman. Although the 2020 elections were fiercely contested with pockets of violence, Nilante Vanderpoy maintained the parliamentary seat for the NDC with over 6,000 votes difference. But the parliamentary candidacy of both the NDC and the MPP for the 2024 elections has changed. The MPP will be represented by businessman Abdul Manaf Ni Ajaisowa, who beat Nilante Banaman, the 2020 parliamentary candidate of the MPP in the primaries. According to Manaf, who is optimistic of breaking the jinx of the NDC in the constituency, successive NDC MPs have failed to represent the people of the constituency.
We want development in the constituency. The NDC has not done anything for the constituency over the years. So if I want peace and I want development and I want unity, then at the end of the day, 7 December 2024, we are going to cast, or we are going to go to the various centers and cast our ballot without any confusion.
We'll bring you the extended version in subsequent bulletins, but do you tune in this morning because we are in the Ododo constituency to engage electorate there. Now, before we go, pressure is mounting on President Akufo-Addo to give his assent to the Affirmative Action Bill. The bill, aimed at promoting gender equity and social inclusion, is also expected to address the age-long power imbalances and discrimination against females. But months after its passage, Programs Manager for Parliamentary Network Africa, Gilbert Bokete-Boifiu, wants the president to quickly assent to the bill.
It's one of those laws that we call them sunshine laws, because they are laws that improve the well-being and then the livelihood of the people. They are kind of laws that provide enabling environment, equal environment for everyone to be part of our development and of our governance structure. And so the affirmative action, let me use the word regime, because now it's not a bill, it's not a law. So sometimes I find it difficult to call it a bill. I find it also difficult to call it a law. So let's say any affirmative regime is one that is welcome. It's one that also helps the country to progress, because every sector or everyone within that country has been catered for. It provides a level playing ground. You don't have the haves and don't haves, because there is a legal regime that provides that fair playing ground. And we think that the affirmative action regime promotes stuff like that, and it's always a welcome news to us, an organization.
You heard Programs Manager for Parliamentary Network Africa, Gilbert Bokete-Boifiu, speaking to Star News. And on that note, we end the breakfast news this morning. For more news, log on to starfm.com.gh. I am Nurein Abass. Many thanks for your company.